Well guys, I've been cleaning. Most of the stuff, you may remember, if you go back to previous videos, there was a lot of garbage up in here. And I've been hauling it to where in its respective places. I've got a roll of carpet to dispose of yet, and a box of boxes, and my generator thing that I've got to get rebuilt, cleaned up, and put away. Although that'll be put back into service one day once we're on batteries again. But looking really good here up front. And then the garage still has things that belong in the wood shop, and the wood shop has things that belong in the garage. And let me take you over there. But on the way I want to show you something really cool and exciting. Actually, I don't think I showed you. It froze 2 nights in a row again, and I used the tarp over the roof of the greenhouse, and it saved everything. So that was pretty cool. I just rolled that on down, and yeah, I forgot to share that with you. Look at the meat birds now, how healthy and beautiful they are. Watch, and they're going to follow me. They've just ate, but they're going to look for food. Look at these birds. Look at how strong and healthy. Now, we've done nothing different. It's cooler weather at night, and they're filled out. They're feathered out. Hey! So, I'm trying to block the wind from my camera. They're really filled out and feathered out. They're beautiful now. So, late season birds, I think, is the way to go. And they're strong and healthy. Alright, I've been organizing the wood shop. It's not done, and it's still chaotic because it's a small place and I've got a lot of equipment. But I got this shelf for free along with some roofing material a couple weeks ago, you may remember. And I cleared out the stuff that belongs to the garage and put that under there. So now I can take the stuff that's in boxes down here, fasteners and tools and stuff, and put it into the shelf. So that's nice. Also now I've taken, and you may remember, the shelf that has my finished recycled pallet wood products and materials for that was over here against this wall up by the door, and that workbench, which I'm still cleaning, so forgive the mess, I am reorganizing everything. The workbench was over here, but even though this is a north-facing window, the reflected sunlight was starting to affect my wood and discoloring it, and I don't like that, obviously. So I've rearranged these two, and then the bandsaw now has a prominent home in the middle. I know it's very cluttered yet. I'm still working, so forgive the clutter, but I'm hoping to have that clutter all gone. Today is majorly just cleanup day and reorganizing day. So there's some other boxes that go in the garage, for example, and then I can start really sorting out in here, and then I can start doing the electrical wiring. But the bandsaw now sits here, which is great because now I come around and I have plenty of room to stand behind the bandsaw, and I can work pretty large pieces on here now. So I don't foresee ever having anything more than a few inches, but it's good to give myself that option. And then I can come out, see there's plenty of space. There's like 4.5, 5 feet here to work with. And then obviously another 10 feet that way. And then here obviously I have full access to the workbench, okay, and I can get into my shelves, whereas with this thing over there, somehow it stuck out. I don't know what was the deal, but it just bugged me and I couldn't get in here, so my shelves became cluttered. I just couldn't reach. So now I'm straightening out and organizing all that. You can hear the excitement in my voice because this has been long in waiting. And then the insulation that goes in the electronics lab. Now my truck's been broke again. It's been down more than up. So I haven't been driving it. So I haven't been able to get the pallets to finish the electronics lab. So anyway, I'm hoping to clear off everything here. And tools that are not being used regularly, like the upside down table for the router table, is going to go underneath the counter. And all the tools and equipment that belong in the garage will go away. And yeah, so I'm getting it. I've got some wire here for wiring the off-grid wood shop. So that's going to be used to hook up electrical outlets and sockets, and then I'll run a conduit over between the off-grid solar power electronics shop over to here. And let me take you over and give you an update on the batteries, by the way. Now these solar panels have held up, this rack has held up the whole season, so it's serving me well. It shakes a little, there's the wind, but it held up. So we've got float mode, alright, at lunchtime. It's always in float because now that it's, I don't know what's different. I think I have more sunlight. Those panels are always in sunlight. Now these up here are no longer hooked up, okay, because it's getting winter and I've disconnected them. But those are always in sunlight. And I think, though, unfortunately, you can see the shadows creeping up to the base of those panels. I'm afraid that by December, electricity is going to be scarce in the electronics lab. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But the shadows are creeping up as the sun gets lower in the sky. But we're looking good in here. Now, I haven't used the Bedini in a while because it was really noisy and I couldn't do videos while I was running the Bedini. So I took the packaging from the LX Laser wood engraver, the laser engraver, and I'm going to put one piece of foam under the Bedini, this piece I should say, because it's cushioning, and this piece of foam is a lid on top, and that should quiet that down some, and it's almost like it was made for it. And then I'll get the Bedini motor running up again and start doing some more projects. By the way, speaking of the Bedini motor, I will be building a Bedini motor in here very soon now that we're back home and back to life halfway as normal. Well, as somebody said, there's a new normal with the baby here. So check out the Do-It-Yourself World Electronics. I won't bug those people who don't want to hear about it any more than that. Check out the Do-It-Yourself World Electronics, and please do subscribe. And that's where all my electronics projects and experiments go now. Hey guys, new dad here, setting this up for the first time. This is no joke, my first time ever. So, let's see how easy this is. Is that it? Wow, that's it. Little storage compartment, drink holders. What do we got here? Little keypad place. Oh wow, storage for your gear. We got this second hand. Is there a clip on that? I don't want to break that. I would think that's supposed to retract more. There's a head thing here. There's straps galore. Let's see if we can get the baby in as easily as I got it set up, huh? This is pretty cool. All kinds of storage space. I don't know what that is. There's a strap here for something. There's a little handle thing here. I don't know what all that is, but wow, pretty cool. First time, that's pretty easy, eh? Well, Melanie and I are going to go for a little walk, and then I'll get back to work. This will be Melanie's first time, second time out. We did a brief walk around the yard, just one small trip around the yard the other day, and now we're going to do a little bit longer walk, and get her exercising some. Look what I got, guys. Some of you may know what that is, and some of you won't. For those who don't, I'll tell you, that's an all stainless steel, I think 8 foot tall, or more, 4, 8, might be 12 foot tall piece of pipe for the wood stove and a cap. And I got the whole thing today for scrap metal price. All good just for the asking. And that's how it works. Wheeling and dealing, guys. So we're coming along, and it's 80 degrees today, so we're not suffering now, but we'll get it. I'm in making a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to get back out to picking some tomatoes. But look here, guys. That is the one and only apple from our homestead. Isn't that a beauty? Organic, fresh, all natural. The one and only. Now I'm going to prune the tree out there. I found a tree out in the woods. I'm going to prune it, and we're going to have more next year. Thank you, Mom. She's helping out around the homestead. That way Melanie can rest. Beautiful day. Well, gray day, but perfect weather. Windy, warm. Look at all the tomatoes. This guy is why, here guys, is why I saved the tomato plants and protected them from harm. They're thick in here. I'm going to fill multiple buckets. Tomorrow will be canning day. I think it's supposed to rain anyway. Some big, some small. Some are falling off the vine. We'll take them all. The last cold spell, I think, harmed some of these little ones like this. These are good salad ones. We use them in salads. Nothing wrong with that. That one's no good. And then the birds will get a bunch. Look at that. Beautiful red miniature Roma tomatoes. Beautiful little things. I have to remember to save some seeds for next year. They're heavy bearing plants in thick clusters of like 6, 8 in a cluster. Really, really amazing. So I'm going to take this and empty it out into a basket and come out and get some more. You can see how thick they are in here. And in the dense greenery here, I only cleared a small patch. A lot more to go. Hey, look at that, guys. Beautiful harvest. Really nice. There's some cherries in there, and some of the baby Romas are good for salads. Melanie, you like the Romas? Good stuff, huh? There's the little baby. Oh, she's awake. She's barely awake. So anyway, there's our harvest. Now, tomorrow is canning day. Mom and I are gonna process all of these and can them up. We're gonna make juice and pasta sauce and salsa. So this is exciting. This is nice from our own garden. Hard work, but that's the beginning of the harvest, the real beginning. And we've been harvesting zucchini all along, by the way, and there's still some more out there to get. So I'm still nursing that. It is 78 out and 76 in. We've had the windows open though. My mom and Melanie both like it hotter. So 4:30 in the afternoon, and this is all accurate and correct. Rain is on the way. Hey guys. Well, I am done for the day. It's getting dark out. I've got the through 1936 flashlight in here. That's a flashlight, guys. One single flashlight. Lights it up like daytime in here. Anyway, so I've got all the, well, most of my fasteners organized here. A lot of those cans are empty. I'm still sorting stuff from that big bin that I got from a neighbor. I've got, the only tools that are unsorted yet are in 2 containers now. Everything else is out, and I've got some odds and ends up here yet to sort. Empty moving boxes. And then over here, I straightened out my wood corner, which was spewing out into the room, and put pieces in behind the workbench. Okay, so that's all out of the way. And then I've got room for my tools here now. And then I've got a bunch of little odds and end fasteners that I'm going to start putting in individual containers, divider containers. What do you call it? I think you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, there's a lot of little packages here, and that'll free up another shelf to put tools neatly out. And then I've got to get a broom. So I've been looking for a true dollar store broom. I don't want anything fancy out here. And then clean off the workbench and keep it maintained. But the addition of that cabinet makes a huge difference, because I'll have my tools all on those benches then. And we're looking good. And then I've got some pieces of wood. Once I finish sorting out the wood storage out behind the wood shop, and my electrical wire I'm going to be installing here soon. Now that I've got the room opened up, a little bit more tidying. I got some stuff that goes in the electronics shop, but it's more out of my way there than it would be in there. It's more out of my way here, blah 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 blah, than it would be in the electronics lab. Getting it. This is the best, guys, that I've ever had since we started out here. I can actually get to everything now. I've got it organized. Switching these 2 things around, I've planned on forever, and it was a good idea. I like it, and it opens up the room somehow. So the bandsaw is not in my way there, and the planer takes up more of the bench than anything else because of running longer boards. I do have the planer table on wheels and stuff, but the problem is that would take up most of the room if I used that. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go yet. I don't know. Anyway, though, got to clean this corner up and we'll be done. But dinner's ready. So unless something comes up, we've had a good full day here, guys. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. It's coming together. The Off-Grid Woodshop. Good night.